Hey, what is up guys? So we got a bunch of new cards coming out into the game, so let's go ahead and get right into the news. Anyways, first off we got Silver Gadget, that young guy with 1500 attack. You can only activate one effect among the first and second effects of it per turn, and only once that turn. So when it's normal or special, you can activate this effect. Special summon one level 4 machine type monster from your hand. This card is destroyed by battle by card effect. You can activate this effect to special summon one level 4 gadget monster from your deck, except for the same copy of itself. Mediocre, still like just way too slow. Pendulums go much faster. Anyways, next up we have the Metal Hold, the moving battlement. So it's a continuous trap card that lets you activate it by targeting any number of level 4 machine type monsters. You equip them, and then it gains the attack of the combined original attack of those monsters by its effect. And your opponent cannot target any other monsters you control for attacks or with card effects. That is, if it's special summoned by its own effect. I'm going to give you guys like the too long didn't read version of most of these cards anyways, because I'm going to save you guys the time, you know, but it's like okay. Next up we have the Chaos Form Ritual spell card. So if you guys haven't seen the new Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, I'm going to leave a link down below in the description box, guys. Watch this card in action. It's looking pretty good. It's like a towers basically. It's like you summon it and some decks just, they have to scoop it up. They have no out to it. It's got massive amounts of attack and it can't be destroyed, can't be targeted. It's one of those kind of cards. But anyways, so this card can be used to ritual summon any chaos or blackluster ritual monsters. So you tribute monsters from your hand, field, or banish a blue eyes white dragon or dank magicians from your graveyard, and after that you get to ritual summon from your hand one chaos or blackluster ritual monsters who exactly equals the total levels of those monsters. Now, I know that there's already support for the Blackluster archetype, but this could be a hint. Will we get a Chaos Emperor Dragon? We just got that Blue Eyes. Can we get a Demok Chaos? Like, I know Demok is Chaos already, but a Chaos Demok, I don't know. You guys know I think of crazy stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh! But nonetheless, I think that it's an okay, like, it's like, you know, a ritual card, but for the most part, it just gives me a little hope. Maybe that Blackluster deck won't be as bad with some new support. Anyways, there's also a, Yokai card that I think is absolutely amazing. So it's a normal trap card that says when your opponent monster attacks directly, target that attacking monster. Your opponent special summons all monsters with the same name from their hand, deck, or graveyard. And if your opponent does that, target all monsters special summoned by this effect have their attack changed to 0. And if you do that, you place one Hyokai counter on each of those monsters. Monsters with Hyokai counters cannot attack, their effects are negated, and you can special summon a 1 level 4 lower Hyokai monster from your hand, ignoring its conditions. Like, yo, you attack, oh bro, like, you can get out the rest of them, so then they're all, like, completely irrelevant, right? They all have 0 attack, they can't attack because they have Hyokai counters on it, and then on top of that, all their effects are negated. So at that point, I feel like some decks will just be like, oh, I'm just exceeding to something, which some decks can do. But other decks, like, for example, like Monarchs, they're not going to have access to it. So you can be like, you're going to have to special summon all of your, like, you know, let's say it's a good monster, you know. They have to summon all of them, their effects are negated. That's like a slap in the face. Some decks just lose because they really need that, like, one monster. But it is a little bit slow. It is a trap card at the end of the day. Nonetheless, it seems like a pretty good card to me. And then after you like negate the effects, all their attacks are 0, they can't attack. You then get to special summon a Hyokai monster. Like, can we put some more sprinkles on this cake, man? That card looking pretty good. Next up, we'll just start from the top. We have a new structure. It says decks. I think that they're separate, but nonetheless, let's go and check them out. These are like kind of, I would say, fan favorite, like older stuff, mixing in with the newer stuff, but you still gotta play the bad stuff. So if you draw them, ripping pepperonis. But anyways, Electromagnetic Warrior, Beta, Alpha, Gamma, we got him in the game. But anyways, this guy's the Beta Alpha. This is the Beta male over here. He ain't gonna get any grills. Anyways, 1500 attack. You can only use the first effect of Electromagnetic Warrior Beta. You just gotta be a Beta male, it's just like MGTOW. Once per turn. So if this card is normal or special, you get to add one level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster from your deck to your hand, except for himself. During your opponent's turn, you get to tribute this card to special summon one level 4 Magnet Warrior monster from your deck. This is a quick effect. It's too fast for you. He is a level 3. The next one over here at the Gamma, he's also level 3. I'm just going to mention that. Anyways, you can only use the first effect once per turn. Normal or special, you can special summon one level 4 lower Magnet Warrior monster from your hand, except for itself. During your opponent's turn, you tribute this card to special summon one Magnet Warrior from monster. This is a quick effect. Next up, we got the Alpha Male Katana Wielder over here. He's got 1700 attack, again, level 3. You can only use the first effect of it once per turn. If this card's normal or special, this guy, you can add a level 8 Magnet Warrior monster from your deck to your hand. During your opponent's turn, you contribute it to summon a level 4 Magnet Warrior monster. Okay, where are the good targets for this? Hold on. Before we get into the boss monster, this is kind of important. Oh, wait, you gotta play the vanillas. And I was like, no, okay, I don't really want to touch this, but it's like a Hyperion. I don't know if you guys play the Agents back in the day, but anyways, so Versace it's very Bearer Sheeran, whatever. It's Versace the Magnetic Warrior. All right, 3,000 attack. Cannot be normal summon or set. Got a special summon from your hand by banishing the Electromagnetic Warrior Alpha, Beta, and Gamma from your hand, field, or graveyard. You can banish one level 4 lower Magnet Warrior monster from your graveyard, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. I feel like agents are still better at the end of the day. You don't have to play well, you do have to play Magical Shine Balls, but if this card is destroyed by battle, or if it's in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, which means warning, you can target one Electromagnetic Warrior Alpha, Beta, and Gamma, and then special summon them. But they're still like, at the end of the day, you gotta play these old cards. I know it supports them, but at the end of the day, I don't know how I feel about that, guys. You guys let me know if you would be down to try this. For me, I don't think I'm down. Next up, they got some other alternate artwork and some other cards. Does anyone care about these? Just the collector, so that you guys know that there's alternate artwork of Arcana Knight Joker. Next up, I think this is a separate structure deck. This one is looking pretty cool. So these are unions. If you guys are unfamiliar with unions, they all pretty much have this effect. So once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. So the attack and defense is relatively irrelevant. I mean, this guy's got 19. But, so you get to target one card, one machine type monster, light machine monster you control, and you get to equip it, and if it would be destroyed, you can destroy this card instead. That's pretty much how unions work. They're kind of like, they're equips that are monsters that kind of like attach to it. Like, think of it like, I don't know, Power Rangers, you know, like the Megazord, you equip them, and you got like fusion. Anyways, so this card has the effect that the monster equipped by this card is unaffected by monster effects. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add one other unit monster from the graveyard to your hand. This one over here, the Drake over here, again has the same, like, you gotta equip it to a light machine, destroy it, you can destroy it instead. Or if it's equipped to a monster, you can special summon it. They also have that effect, but nonetheless, you probably aren't gonna really use that effect. But it's unaffected, the monster equipped by it is unaffected by spell effects. This card is sent from the field to the graveyard to add a unit monster from your deck to your hand. Now this one over here, the Crush Wyvern, he has the effect that it makes it so it's unaffected by trap effects. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon one unit monster from your hand. Alright, what's the boss monster of it? It's ABC123 Dragon Buster. With 3,000 attack, it requires ABC, you know, the Assault Core, Buster Drake, and Crush Wyvern. So, it must be first special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control or in your hand. It's above card you control or in your graveyard. You don't use Poly. Right there. Bam. Amazing. Amazing summoning condition right there. I can already think Magical Merchant. You know, set it, you know, flip up, send your entire deck to the graveyard, right? Foolish Burrow at 1, but Reasoning at 3. Anyways, at that point, you know, you just send your entire deck to the graveyard, no problem. And then you go ahead and just be like, oh, I don't even need Poly. I just kind of fusion make this 3k beater out. Next effect is that once per turn, in the player's turn, you can discard one card, target one card field, banish it. Already outclasses the other structure deck at that point. And again, yeah. Anyways, during your opponent's turn, you contribute this card, then target 3 of your banished light machine type monsters with different names and special summon them. Pretty cool. You banish those, and then you're gonna resummon them. Then you can use all 3 of those. Maybe make Violent Die Sigma. I know we don't have the Shockmaster in the TCG. Maybe later down the line we'll get some more better, like, you know, rank 4s that require 3s. I feel like there's, you know, there's the Satellar card that's not too bad. There's the Evil Swarm card that's not too bad. But I mean, Shockmaster was like the boss, so I don't know. I think he's the king of those. And then we have, I don't know if they're going to use any of these. I don't recall these effects, but I feel like these cards, maybe they'll have some like use for them, but nonetheless, it's cool. I think the ABC Dragon Buster, like, it superiorly outclasses this deck over here. This deck, unless, of course, we get some more support, which obviously will change the way the deck plays, but nonetheless, it's there. Next up, we have a new ritual deck. They're called Cyber Angels. So we're going to go over them real quick. So Cipher Wing over here, if you control Cipher or Kinetic Soldier, you can special it. And then you contribute this card until the end of the turn, increase all Cipher monsters and Kinetic Soldiers. You increase all of the levels by 4. If you really want to exceed into crazy stuff, gods are the way to go. Don't know if that could also play. But nonetheless, we have Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon. So, requires 2 level 8 monsters, once per attachment material, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. For the rest of the turn, monsters you control cannot attack directly except for this card until the end phase. Take control of that monster, but its effects are negated. Its attack becomes 3,000, and its name becomes Galaxy Eye Cipher Dragon. As you guys didn't know, I'm pretty sure there's some Galaxy Eye card you throw on top, stackers like the Utopias. So I'm thinking like you take their monster, it changes its name, and then you just throw another card on top. And be like, you ain't gonna get the card back. Like, why even have that effect where it's like, until the end phase you take control? But we all know that like usually this effect where like you gotta give back in your end phase. That doesn't matter. You win. You either synchro with it, you exceed with it, you game your opponent with it. But monsters you control cannot attack directly except for this card. So there's the downside already built into the card. So yeah. But I mean, if you can make another card, obviously you can maybe make something else. Be okay with that. Anyways, next up the ritual stuff. So these are pretty cool. They're like fairies. This one has an insane effect. Benton over here. It's level 6, only 1800 attack, but the effect of hold on, let's go with the first effect first. So all of them are going to have the effect that they can be ritual summoned with Machine Angel Ritual. If the card destroys an opponent's monster, destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you inflict damage equal to the monster's original defense. Whatever. Is that really relevant? The main effect of if this card is distributed, you can add any like fairy type monster from deck 10. That's Christia. That's any of them in the archetype. That is crazy. Any fairy? Like, you could add Christia, Hyperion, I don't know. I want to try this with agents. Like, I'll attribute all the mystical shine balls with the triple advanced ritual art. I don't know. I looking pretty cheeky over there just to be like, oh, dude, I attribute this card, so I just get Christia. Perfect. Oh, send 3 shine balls, or like, it's crazy. Like, this effect, if you guys haven't played like fairies, there are so many insane fairies in the game. Like, Christia specifically is like probably the best. You can add an Hyperion. Like, the possibilities are literally you go on DevPro or Dueling Network, wherever you play on, you add anything. That's amazing effect. Anyways, a Titan, the effect is that if this card is ritual summoned, you can add 1 ritual spell from your deck or graveyard in your hand. If this card is distributed, you get to increase the attack of all ritual monsters you control by 1,000 attack and defense. Pretty decent. Then we have Dankini over here. Her effect is that when this card is ritual summoned, you can activate this effect, make your opponent send 1 monster they control to the graveyard, their choice. If a ritual monster attacks a defense position, you can do piercing. Once per turn during your end phase, you can target 1 ritual monster or Machine Angel Ritual in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Now we have the Machine Angel Ritual. So you use it to summon the Cyber Angels. And anyways, you tribute monsters from your hand or your side of the field to exceed the level of 1 Cyber Angel Ritual monster from your hand. After that, ritual summon that Cyber Angel monster from your hand, and the second effect is the light monster you control will be destroyed with battle bar card effect. You banish it from your graveyard instead. So that's a really good effect because I'm looking at this and I just want to make a Christia turbo deck. I don't really care about these cards, bringing them out. Like, they have okay little effects. This one's actually probably one of the better ones that you can just make them send a monster, but it is level 8, so you can have to tribute like multiple things. It can get kind of minusy. I know we have Manju Senju to help out with that kind of stuff, so that would be kind of nice to have. But I like this card effect that you tribute this, you add the Christia, and you set up your graveyard, and you go I summon Christia. And like a lot of decks, they have like 1 out to Christia. Maybe they have that 1 Regeki, and you're just like, no. And then at that point, game over. Pretty cool stuff indeed. And then this is just Raid Raptor Blade Burner is confirmed to be in this pack. So there you guys go. Don't know when we're getting it in TCG, but nonetheless, let me know, guys, what are you most excited to play out of all the stuff we talked about? Are you excited about some of the gadget stuff? Like I said, when I was talking about more gadget support, you guys were like, nah, man, they're just making one. It's just a prank. But looking like they're going to be adding more gadgets because, like, the deck doesn't look good. Like, even with this, not good enough. We need more gadget support. A lot of machine stuff coming out in the game. Let me know, guys, are you excited to play like the Magnet Warriors, or are you about the ABC 1, 2, 3 Elmo, counting with Elmo, Bust Dragons? I'm about this. This is looking pretty good. Again, with Magical Merchant, just sack your opponent. And then there's also the Fairies, which I'll definitely be trying out. I want to try them out. I want to mix them up with like just a Christia Turbo or like a Agent. I don't know if you guys played Agents back in the day, but anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts. What's your favorite one in the comment section below. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys give that like button a titty slap to show your support. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm signing out.